What you're about to see is not real news. It is satire based on real news. The characters you're about to see are not real-life humans. They are frighteningly realistic puppets based on real-life humans. The views expressed in the show are not necessarily those of Starsat, its sponsors, its advertisers, or the nice lady that makes the coffee.
This summer, no one is safe.
Hello? Hello? Who is there?
Jacob, the paperwork. I'm coming over.
Friends who became enemies will become friends again.
Did you see that? What was that? Shh. Where are those security upgrades you spend so much money on now, Mr. President?
Be careful. She has the paperwork.
Pay back the money. Pay back the money. Pay back the money.
Hi guys, and welcome to a spooky Halloween edition of Puppet Nation.
Good to have you with us here again, although we are a bit sad this week.
Yeah, we sure are. Senzo Meyiwa's death is a terrible thing, and just when Bafana were reaching new heights
Some motherfucker had to go and shoot the goalie.
You know, sometimes you just want to hit something.
Like the bar. We'll drown our sorrows later. Right now, we have a show to do. When the going gets weird, the weird turn pro.
Who said that?
I did. Are you deaf? Just read the news.
Okay. Tragedy struck this week with the murder of Senzo Meyiwa during an armed robbery. Bafana captain, Orlando Pirates captain, and the best damn goalkeeper this country has seen in a long time.
Other sporting heroes lost to the country this week are Olympic medalist Mbuleni Malazi, who died in a motor vehicle accident, and boxer Pindile Mwelaze, who slipped into a coma after being knocked out in a fight and died this week.
We'd like to observe a brief silence to remember these stars.
Madiba?
Debora, I too am saddened by these deaths. We were just heartbroken when we saw Meyiwa arrive here. Such a talent, such a man. The angels even blew vuvuzelas for him on arrival.
Madiba?
Yes, Justice?
Please tell Senzo we miss him.
I will. Right after my bout with Pendile, Baby Jake will be the referee.
So long, Tata. Boy, we miss him too.
We sure do. Police have been quick to act in investigating Meyiwa's murder, and a 250,000 rand reward has been offered for any information that could assist.
Commissioner, let's cut to the chase. All I want to know is, will you catch these bastards?
We will do everything in our power. Leave no haystack unturned, no needle unthreaded.
You've made immense efforts on this case, proving how effective the police in this country can be when you actually try.
This case is internationally important and places us deep in the heart of the spotlight.
So it's important because the world's watching.
I like to see it as the magnifying lens of the world, lighting a spark of ignition under us.
It's really astonishing the lengths you go to avoid the truth.
Well, Debora, perhaps you should take some of the blame.
Me?
Yes, you. You are not having me on television to discuss any other murders that have happened in the last month, are you? I can't help it if the media attention is focused on this one case.
That would mean having you on over 1,000 times each month.
Sorry, Debora. I have to leave it there. I have a probe, an inquiry into me, of all people. Can you believe it?
Yes, we can.
Can you believe that woman? Trying to blame us? Justice? Justice!
I miss Senzo. President Zuma has cancelled his planned visit to the UK allegedly after Prime Minister David Cameron refused to meet with him.
Instead, Zuma was invited to meet with Deputy Prime Minister Nick Clegg.
The president's office claimed that Zuma wasn't sulking, he simply cancelled his trip because of his busy schedule.
That same busy schedule that's keeping him out of Parliament?
The very one.
Mac, can you tell us if it's true that the president was deeply wounded by Cameron refusing to meet with him?
I will tell you absolutely what the real story is. Our president is a very busy man. Why would he care about the British? South Africa takes up all of his time.
Mac, did you cancel my BBC subscription?
I'm busy, Jacob. We'll talk about this later.
Is that why I can't get Downtown Abbey? The wives and I like to watch it together. I know we need to retaliate, but can we maybe just increase visa charges to British tourists instead? Oh, hi. Sorry, I must go. I'm terribly busy. Ta-da, old chaps.
It has emerged this week that the ANC has branched out and taken up artichoke farming.
I'm sorry, what?
Artichoke farming. They're growing artichokes on Dekawa farm. Also pecan nuts.
So all the stuff with NUMSA, the alliance falling apart, we're ignoring all of that and we're talking about artichokes?
Yep. In the past year, they've produced 60 tons of artichokes, which have mostly been sold to pizza chains and restaurants in Joburg. We are joined by ANC Secretary General Gwede Mantashe.
Mr. Mantashe, why is the ANC growing artichokes?
Seriously? That's the best question you can come up with?
I'm sorry, I'm just struggling with the whole concept. The ANC goes from 20 billion rands investments in Hitachi to farming artichokes.
Debora, have you eaten artichokes? They are delicious.
That's what you base this decision on? Artichokes being delicious?
No, this is serious business. We can't keep up with the demand. It is a fantastic way to make money, and it's legal. Also, we are working with the local farmers on this initiative.
That all sounds really good, actually.
I didn't know South Africa were big artichoke growers.
We saw a big gap in the market. South Africans love fat diets. Why should Tim Noakes make all the money? The ANC artichoke is the future.
I'm really coming round to this idea.
Our next plan is to start selling them in Cape Town because we are amused by the thought of all those TA people boycotting restaurants because they might be eating ANC artichokes.
And there ends the sensible discussion.
You want to try some? I'll send a pizza round.
Pizza round.
What?
It's funny because pizzas are round.
I think I liked it better when you were sad.
Gather close, my little DA youth juniors, as I tell you a terrifying tale.
Yes, please, Nanny McSee. Yes, please.
Once upon a time, in a land not so far away, there lived a terrible ogre.
What was his name, Nanny?
His name was Shrekma, and he lived in a huge mansion. And outside, to protect it, he had a pool full of fire. The ogre would terrify everyone in the land. He made them pay e-tolls to the trolls before they could cross the bridge.
That's not scary.
He would steal money from everybody and pretend it was his. Or his friends joined his gang. If you weren't green, then Shrekma would destroy you.
No! How would he destroy people?
He would surround them with mountains of paperwork. He would blame everything that happened on the dinosaurs that ran the land before he did. He even bought loads of weapons and warships. He was friends with the Russians and the Chinese. He's a communist. He's red.
What? I thought you said he was...
He will lure you into his pool of fire with promises of tenders. Juju knows. His laughter is pure evil. He will watch you burn and laugh. He will alter the Constitution. The only way to survive is to become blue. Vote DA! Vote DA! Vote DA! Crying won't save you. Only I can save you. Vote DA! Vote DA! Vote DA! That's the last time I let you babysit, Nanny Maxie.
Have you heard about the evil clowns that are terrorizing people in France and the US?
Evil clowns?
Yes, attacking people, robbing them. It's terrifying.
You mean criminals dressed up as clowns to capitalize on it being Halloween, not actual evil clowns. Sounds pretty lame to me.
You aren't scared of clowns?
You are?
They give me the heebie-jeebies.
That's ridiculous. Scared of clowns.
Don't mock my phobia, Debora.
It's not my fault you have such laughable fears.
Oh, give me a break.
Okay.
Why can't I get rid of this bloody stupid thing?
Well, now you can.
Huh?
Like many men, the crevice on President Mugabe's top lip is simply too deep for an ordinary razor to effectively reach.
And some people actually think I do this on purpose.
But now there's a solution. Gillette's new 25-blade razor. The 5-blade razor? Ha! That's for girls and bum fluff. The new 25-blade razor is for real men, with really weird crevices in their craggy faces. The second blade cuts what the first blade misses, and the third blade cuts what the second blade misses, and the fourth blade cuts what the... Well, you get the idea. And by blade 25, you'll pretty much be shaving the person standing next to you.
Don't use the vibrator function.
The new Gillette 25-blade razor. Because why the hell not?
I hate this time of the year. There's always someone trying to sell you something.
Well, that's the spirit of Christmas, isn't it?
My worst are those Dead Sea people.
Is this another Halloween stunt? Some zombie thing?
No, those Dead Sea people at the malls. They hide around the corners, grab your hand, and then they flatter you until you spend hundreds of rands on their silly beauty products. Debora, are you okay?
You mean Emmanuel says that to everyone?
Emmanuel?
I don't want to talk about it. Just get on with the news. I can't believe.
Police Commissioner Ria Pierre is being investigated by a committee looking into problems in the police.
The committee was established by Police Minister Nathi Nhleko.
Commissioner, you are like the third or fourth police chief to be investigated. We're starting to think the position is jinxed.
There is nothing wrong with the position.
Are you saying there's something wrong with the people appointed to the position?
Don't put words in my mouth, Debora.
Are you saying, Commissioner, that you have nothing to hide?
These hands are...
Oh, please don't say clean. Jackie Celebi tried that and look what happened to him.
I was going to say, these hands are made for fighting crime.
One of the reasons you're being investigated is because you apparently warned Western Cape Police Commissioner Arno Lamour that he was being investigated for alleged links to criminals.
It is part of our job, this warning business. We fire warning shots, we make warning telephone calls, sometimes we knock on doors just to warn you.
I'm sorry. I'm a little distracted by all those medals. You seem to have acquired a few more since we last spoke.
Do you like them? I do. I like shiny things. This one I got for my birthday. This one is for long service for when I worked for APSA. This one... I don't know what this one is for. Oh, this one I found in the women's toilets. And this one...
Did you know that at any given time, a detective in South Africa is working on an average of 100 cases?
And instead of giving them the support they need, the government has taken 30 million rand from detective services and given it to Wait for it.
VIP security.
That's right, folks. That means bigger and better blue light brigades for all.
President Zuma? Is that you in there?
Yes, Justice. It is I, the leader of this great country.
What are you doing in there?
Not much. I was just getting a little fresh air. With my busy schedule, I don't get much time for exercise.
What's with all the security? Have you been receiving death threats?
Not at all, Debora. But a bigger budget for VIP protection means increased security for me and my ministers. It's right there in the Freedom Charter. There shall be houses, security, and comfort.
I don't think that's what the founding fathers of the ANC meant by security.
Maybe not, but maybe.
As for the houses and comfort, well, you aren't going short in that department either, are you, Mr. President?
Thanks to clever reallocation of budgets, none of my departments ever go short.
When you say reallocation, don't you really mean misappropriation? Oh, sorry, I forgot. Corruption is a Western paradigm, right?
You catch on quickly, Justice. Would you like to come and work for me?
Ooh, well, I have my own bodyguards.
More than you know what to do with.
Justice!
And blue lights? What about the lights?
Plenty of blue lights, my friend, to put on top of a nice big German car.
German car? Nah, in that case, rather not. But nice try, Mr. President. Nice try. Political parties have wished matriculants well for their final exams.
Almost 700,000 students are registered to write Matric this year.
We asked some of them for their top study tips.
I have a stringent regime of study times, targets, and incentives mapped out on Excel. I do 15-minute workouts every 3.5 hours. Plus, I've been plotting my heart rate against my concentration levels and monitoring my mineral intake. I have to lubricate my eyeballs. It's herbal. Don't worry. I like to think of exams as the enemy, and I will do whatever it takes to kill them. I haven't slept in 3 weeks. Sleep deprivation gives me my edge. I visualize each exam as a potential victim. Rah!
I'd say my best study tip would be, actually study. This is my 6th year writing Matric, and this time I actually read the books. It's definitely helped for sure. According to Billboard magazine, there haven't been any platinum albums in 2014.
I knew it. Proof. Music really is getting worse. So, Fresh, why is music so crap these days?
Music is evolving. Audiences today have more say. iTunes means more individualized songs.
You mean like Taylor Swift's 8 seconds of static, which made it to #1 on iTunes? Yes, I can really see how this is helping the music industry.
You got me there, Debora. Obviously, there's still a need for DJs to seek out and play music which is new and inspiring.
But isn't a lot of the music being played on commercial stations, like yours, watered-down remixes? Mindless, soulless songs?
Yes, and it's just the same song, over and over. Bland, boring, blah.
So, is there any music you like?
I like that new one by that Cape Town band.
Goldfish. The new remix of Sugar Man is unbelievable.
Lani Your Puss. It's angry. I can get behind that.
Debora, dude, you've made my day.
Well, at least it's not just another remix of other people's music.
Debora, but I'm good at mixing. Look. How's that for a mix?
So, what's your favorite song this year, Debora?
I don't really think I have one.
Come on, what do you listen to in your car?
I'm listening to Josh Groban at the moment.
Ugh, you really need to broaden your horizons. I could suggest a few songs.
You want me to ask what your favorite song this year is, don't you?
You know what to do with that big fat butt.
What?
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Oh, you
Wiggle,
can't
wiggle,
be
wiggle.
serious.
Hot damn it. Your booty like 2 planets. Go ahead and go ham sandwich.
Let's go to break.
Oh, I can't stand it. What you gonna do with that big fat butt?
Do you wish you could tell everyone where to shove it?
Misogyny.
Hey, do you wish you could pick up chicks as easily as I pick up the ball?
Misogyny.
Do you wish that you could always be the boss?
Misogyny.
Misogyny got me where I am today.
Misogyny for men. Misogyny is endorsed by the ANC Women's League. Terms and conditions apply.
I have to say that I was moved this week.
By the Red Ants?
Not physically moved, Debora. I'm not a squatter. I mean, emotionally moved.
I didn't know you had emotions.
Oh, I'm feeling quite a strong one right now. Can you guess what it is?
Lust. You're feeling overwhelming lust for me. So anyway, you were saying?
I was moved by the sight of US troops withdrawing from Afghanistan after 13 years of fighting for freedom and democracy.
Oh, come on. You don't really believe that shit, do you?
I find your cynicism very offensive.
I find public displays of emotion offensive.
You know, I don't care. I just want to hear what my buddy Scott has to say this week.
Fine.
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 New Jersey Governor Chris Christie has announced that anyone entering his state who's had contact with Ebola patients will be forcibly quarantined for 3 weeks. Governor Christie, even the National Institute for Infectious Diseases calls your policy draconian. The National Institute for Infectious Diseases is a bunch of pussies. Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Ebola. Please join us in the sunroom for cookies and chamomile tea. That shit. When a virus comes into Jersey, we grab it by the balls and smack it in the mouth. Viruses don't have balls. I'm speaking allegorically, you frickin' shit bucket. Can you explain the details of your policy? Yeah, so any sickies who show up here, first we quarantine them in the storage room of the Exit 39 Sunoco. Then I call up my buddies, Paulie Hamstring and Vinny Pumpkin Fist. They pay Mr. Ebola a little visit to explain things. Hey, nice little human host you got here. Be a shame if it washed up under the Ocean City Boardwalk. Know what I'm saying? I don't think that'll work. It's working already, nut. We ain't had a single case of Ebola in New Jersey yet. The citizens of my state have no reason to panic. Whoa, I gotta run. I'm having myself hosed down with Bactine every 25 minutes. President Obama is facing a tough decision on torture. The State Department wants him to ban harsh interrogation by Americans overseas, but the military wants them legalized. The president is desperately searching for a compromise. Really? You'd do that? Because that would solve a lot of problems for me.
Happy to do it, Barry. Send me anybody you need to be tortured, and I can take care of it, no charge. Though maybe you can spring for new set of bolt cutters? My old ones very dull from chopping off Ukrainian pinky fingers.
Sure thing. I'll send you a gift card for Home Depot. Treat yourself to a new car battery and blowtorch too. Just save me the receipt. 2 students have been killed and 4 others wounded in a shooting at a Washington State high school. This marks the 87th school shooting in the 2 years since a gunman massacred 20 children at Sandy Hook Elementary. Here now is a complete rundown of every action the government has taken in that time to prevent further shootings.
And that's a wrap for this week.
Thanks for watching, folks.
Debora, I really want to say thank you for supporting me earlier when I got, a little choked up.
Justice. You're so...
Happy Halloween, Debora.
That is not funny. I cannot believe I just fell for that.
It's just revenge for mocking me earlier.
That is definitely all we have time for, folks.
Good night.